Oh, man. Assalamu alaikum, Pakistan. What is going on? It's me, Johnny Law, back at it once again. It's been a minute, but it's good to be back. And today, what we do, well, we're going back in time today. 13 years, to be precise. About, well, there or thereabout, roughly 13 years. Because we're going to be reacting to Coke Studio Season 2. We're going way, way back. And this is Jal Pari. Now, why are we going so far back? Well, of course, it's to listen to one of my favorite musicians of all time, Atif Aslam. So, without further ado, let's see what it's like. Now, you will have to remember that this is 13 years ago, so 4K wasn't a thing back then. 1080p wasn't really a thing back then. So we will be watching it in I think it's about 360p. So if the video doesn't seem like doesn't look like it's amazing quality, it's because it's not, but it's just because it's old. So bear with me, but let's see what it's like. It's more about the music though, isn't it? That's why we're here. Let's see what it's like. All right. I wonder if he's gonna look any different. It doesn't sound any different. Hey, look at him! Oh man, he's so much younger. Oh, he's about 13 years younger. Oh, he's got long hair. He doesn't look that much different. एक जल परी डूब जाने दो जल में कहीं. Okay, when I saw that this was 13 years ago, I thought, oh, it's going to be, because this is season 2. This is so long ago. I was like, it's not going to be anything like season. Because obviously I've been watching season 14 mainly, and obviously that is that's brand new cameras, brand new production. Obviously got a lot more money, a lot more funding. I was like, this isn't. It's probably not going to sound as good. It's probably not going to look as good. Now, apart from the quality, but the quality was like I say, HD wasn't as much of a thing back then, even 13 years ago. So that's forgivable, but production, absolutely flawless as always. Sounds brilliant, and obviously they've got a decent production going down. We've got multi cameras. We've got obviously a lot's going into the set design as well. I've got a lot of older Coke Studio songs to react to, so maybe because obviously I'm not aware of what the older seasons are like, to be honest. Maybe it's like I say, it's just always been this good. I've just not realized. Obviously they've kept up with cameras and other gear, but it's always been this good. And of course, Atif's voice sounds no different. It's just as good back then as well. I thought you might sound a bit more. He might not quite have found his feet with his vocals. Obviously, over 13 years, you're gonna improve, but he sounds just as good. It's gonna kick in soon. You've got a whole band there, I can see. So something's coming. There we go. Okay, I know he's saying Johnny, as in this Johnny. Does Johnny mean me? If so, if Johnny means me, that's quite that's quite poetic, because I am Johnny, and it almost sounds like he's saying Johnny, but he's saying Johnny. Johnny. It sounds kind of similar, and if Johnny means me, I am. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. Let me beguile the time, friends. The English is outstanding. It's not just outstanding. It's it's I mean, I was trying to find another word because I don't want to keep saying that Pakistani writing is poetic. That's the best way of putting it because it's it's not everyday vernacular. It's particularly with the structuring of sentences, like "Let me beguile the time, friends." It's that is that is not how you talk to someone, but it is it's more than the correct use of language, and it's a great way of it's it's just a great way of saying it because it's not common vernacular. When you hear these sentence structures, well, in my case, when you read them, it's it's cool because it's you're hearing something new, or like I say, I'm reading something new in my own language, and like I say, I typically wouldn't structure sentences like that. So when you read that, it's nice to read something new. They look like rock stars. He's got like a bit of a Angus Young thing going on at the moment with his, with the school tie. Man, his voice is so good. You don't need me to tell you that. Oh, interesting. That's crazy. I've never actually heard a violin used like that. I've never heard a violin used to perform South Asian melodies, or like ragas in particular. I've never heard a violin used to, and it's like that violin had a really soft sound. So usually violins have quite a piercing sound. It's one of those instruments where to make it sound really good, you have to be really good. You can't just even an amateur violin player can sometimes sound a bit it's a bit hard to listen to. It's one of those instruments you really have to master. But like I say, listen to it. It's got a really soft sound to it. It almost doesn't sound like a violin. Weird. That's cool. Right, can any of you name a better Pakistani vocalist than Atif Aslam? Male. If you can name a better male vocalist than Atif Aslam, let me know in the comments. I'd be surprised if anyone. From obviously, I don't have the deepest knowledge, but I've listened to a lot of Pakistani music now at this point. But if you can name a better one, hey, go for it. Listen to him all day. Now he keeps saying like the there. So the sort of the through line of the song is "Let me drown in the sea," or the ocean, somewhere in the sea. Obviously, I'm assuming this is metaphorical. Obviously, he's not literally asking to be thrown overboard in the middle of the ocean so he can drown. It's obviously the sea being a metaphor for the embrace of whoever he is singing about. This is for any of you who might have that construed or misconstrued rather. I believe that's what he's not being literal. It is. I believe it's a metaphor. I don't think he wants to drown. Maybe he does. Maybe he just really wants to drown. I don't know, but I would assume it is metaphorical. The ocean being the embrace of a loved one or someone he hopes will love him back. acoustic for this one as well. All acoustic instruments. Okay, you got an electric piano, but I'm not going to count it. What's this guy? He's got obviously like straws bound together. You get that with I mean they're called snares. I suppose it's a snare, yeah. Used a lot in like jazz drumming. Like they create a sort of a softer scattery sound when you hit a drum, or in this case like I don't know what you'd call it, some sort of pan. It's not like a hang pan, I suppose. I don't know what you call it. I don't know. You'll have to. Is it an instrument, or is it just a like a vessel that he's hitting to get like a particular sound from? I don't actually know. I don't know. But you can hear that it's like it sounds almost like maracas. There's like a very subtle shaking in the background, and that's that. What we're just looking at. I don't know if you noticed, but he's almost conducting them there. Did you see? He counted them in just before. Watch, he's counting the 1, 2, 3, 4. Look there. He's acting like a conductor. He looks so different with longer hair. I've got to say that South Asian languages, particularly Urdu, because with my accent, with a British accent, sentences end quite abruptly. When words, it's what you'd call it's a hard cadence. It's a harsh cadence. It doesn't but like I say, Urdu has this flow to it that is it lends itself to melody a lot better. I mean, obviously it's entirely subjective, but it lends itself to singing because it's so rounded, and there's not a lot of harshness or harsh tones or stops within it. It definitely lends itself to being sung, which is possibly why it's so nice to listen to. Like lots of nice rounded sounds. We're at like the third switch up at this point. The songs evolved after each verse. Sounds like say Johnny. I know I'm not Atif Aslam's beloved, but if you ever need one, I'm always here, mate. Sorry. I don't mean to undercut the very serious tone of this music. I'm an Atif Aslam fanboy, and he's singing about Johnny. Of course, I'm going to be happy about that. That sounds good. Wow, okay. I wasn't expecting that note. Also, watch him. he knows how to use a microphone. Obviously, he went much louder with that, but as he did, he turned away from the microphone. So watch. Look, he's turned his face away because he knows he's going to get louder, and you don't want to be, you don't want to be sending that straight down the microphone. That crazy tone he's got in the high end. It's insane. Wow. Okay. Okay. Great to obviously great to listen to, and yet another Atif Aslam song. And I'm gonna say I'm impressed with the quality of the production. Like I say, sound is it's for the only things I'd say is it's obviously the quality, but the thing is that is what that is that, that was standard quality back then. So that's not. And then the only other thing I really picked up on is the microphones they're using weren't quite as good as like the Shure SM7Bs that you see them using in throughout season 14. They're much better at dealing with plosives and like p and t kind of, like the harsh sounds your mouth can make when you enunciate certain things. Um, the the newer microphones are much better at dealing with that than the microphones they were using there. There was a couple of harsh tones, but apart from that, I was expecting it to be I was expecting it to be nowhere near the quality of season 14. But like I say, if you can forgive the slight lack of quality purely due to the age of the video, it's I mean it's it, if this was in 1080p slash 2 maybe 4K, this could have just fit in right with season 14. I mean, wow, maybe it's just Atif, or maybe the rest of Coke Studio season 2 is just as good. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to watch it. You'll have to let me know. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments what what I should be watching next. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Do stick around. More videos will be coming very soon. Take care of yourself, guys. Allah Hafiz.